Let's go with PokeChamp Clayton says, "Hi, Abe. My name is Clayton. I'm from Canada. I found your clips on TikTok. I'm currently in school for CGS creation for games at Think Tank." Ah, there you go. I'm a mentor there, as I've mentioned. I want to become a hair grooming artist because I heard that it's the easiest way to break it in the industry because not that many people like doing it. I hope one day you can create a hair course. Much love. Yeah, that's definitely on the plans. It's a little bit not super long time away, but it's definitely on the plans. Let's see old stuff. Okay, cool. You got some cool stuff, man. This is a really nice chest right here. I believe this is from God of War. Materials could be a little bit better. I'm not sure if it's the density or the texture resolution, but it looks a little bit plasticky, right? Hopefully you guys can tell this. Like the wood looks like it's made out of plastic or like it has a varnish. Doesn't look as natural. Again, careful with the metal edgeware. Oh, Draculix. You just hit a sensible topic there. This is a great question. I'm gonna come back to this portfolio in just a second, but oh god, is that a good thing or is that a good question? She's asking, or you're asking. Sorry, I don't know if you're a guy or a girl. I don't care. But it says, do you have any recommendation of how to deal with the "I'm not doing enough" mentality? Sometimes I think I'm lost in those thoughts and ending up not growing up as an artist. Yes, I do have that. It's called imposter syndrome, right? It's one of the things that the imposter syndromes gives us, right? So there's a bunch of advices because I suffer from that quite a bit. It's one of the things that I struggle with quite a bit frequently. The big advantage that I have is that my wife, she has a PhD in psychology, so she helps me quite a bit with that sort of like processes. But here's the thing: I'm not doing enough, or I'm not good enough, right? Well, you gotta ask yourself, is that because you really are not doing enough, or you feel like you're not doing enough? Because if you're doing as much as you can on your daily basis, right? Like if you're working as much as you can on your art, on your craft, and on learning stuff, then you are doing enough. It might not be enough of what you want, but if there's no other thing you can sacrifice without like hurting yourself, right? Like not sleeping enough or not eating well, things like that, well, you are doing enough. And you need to accept that fact. I think we live in a world where we are always comparing ourselves to everyone else, but we don't know their stories, right? We don't know what they're going through. So you need to be comfortable enough knowing that as long as you are doing your best, that's the best you can do, right? And you gotta accept the consequences, both good and bad. Are there people out there who are going to be doing way more than you? Yes. But there's also people out there who may only be doing 5 minutes of 3D a day. So you're doing probably way better than them. Should we compare ourselves to them? No, that would be like very lame, right? To sort of like punch down. So you need to understand that you're enough. As long as you are doing you're enough, you should be fine. But here's the thing. We are very tricky with ourselves. Our mind is very tricky, right? And sometimes we say we're doing enough, but deep down, honestly, we know we're not. We know we're kidding ourselves, right? We know we're sort of like tricking ourselves into thinking things like, oh, but I'm on my computer all day. Yeah, but are you actually doing 3D, or are you just like scrolling TikTok and Instagram? Are you just playing another game in League of Legends, or are you just wasting your time watching YouTube videos? Because we do that a lot. I do that a bit every now and then. And at that point, you're like, okay, no, I am kidding myself. I'm not actually, I say I'm doing enough, but I'm not doing enough. So you gotta find what part of those, or what position of that like spectrum you're in, right? Like, are you actually doing enough? Then that's fine. Keep doing that, and just be comfortable with knowing that you will be moving at your own pace, and that's fine. It's completely respectable, and that's what you need to do. But if you're not, if you say you're doing enough, but you're not actually doing, and you're just wasting time, that's a red flag, right? Like, that's one of the things that you need to fix. And my best advice is find strategies that allow you to beat that sort of like effect. I'm going to show you one. I'm going to show you one strategy that I personally use. So, I've mentioned before that I like to play chess, right? I'm not like extremely good. I think I'm okay at it, but I like to play chess. Unfortunately, if I don't block the chess site, I will waste a lot of time. So I downloaded this app. It's called Stay Focused. And as you can see right here, I have this nuclear option where I cannot open the chess.com app or the leadchess.com site while on my computer, on my studio computer. And you can see it has 245 hours remaining until that gets blocked out. So I cannot play. I know that if I leave that option open, I will play 1 or 2 games every hour. And that's like 10 minutes or 12 minutes that I'm wasting on chess because I'm never going to be like a grandmaster or anything. So it's just wasted time. So I need to give myself tools to avoid me from getting like distracted by that kind of stuff, right? So if you don't give yourself those limitations, you're going to struggle with that. I'm going to give you another like example. This is real life example that I struggle with. I'm not very fit. I'm very fat right now, and I really want to bring my weight down. I know that if I go to the supermarket and I buy like crap food, right, like chips and cookies and stuff like that and have them on my house, I'm going to eat them, and that's not going to help me. So now I don't buy that stuff. If I want to get a cookie and I really want like a chips or something, I'll go to the store and I'll buy 1 package. Because if I buy the 12 packages or the big box, I'll eat them. That's just something that I struggle with. So I need to take those kind of things away from me to get me as close to success as I can. So take all of that, all of those distractions and all of those elements that are not really helping you to really get you closer to your goal. Okay? That's another advice that's gonna hopefully help you in your process as an artist. Yeah, I play chess. My rating is I'm 1700 on the rapid, I'm 1600 on blitz, and like 1200 on bullet. So again, decent. I know a little bit about it, right? I'm not professional or anything, but I know a little bit about it. Let's see. Hey, Ev, what software programs do you use in the environment course? Oh, we're using a lot. We're using ZBrush, Maya, Substance Painter, Unreal Engine, Marmoset. We're gonna be using maybe a little bit of Substance Sampler and things like that. So it's a little bit of everything. Yeah, it's not bad. It's basic, but it's respectable. Okay, so let's go to the portfolio. Yeah, I not gonna miss you, Clayton. Okay, so Clayton, if you wanna do hair, you gotta start like learning about hair, right? Because I don't see any hair right now. I see some cool characters like this one right here. At least as a full character looks quite nice. I really like the leather that you did on the coat. Some of the armor looks a little bit lumpy. Like I would like it to look a little bit more hard surfacey, but it's not a bad one. Is this like He-Man or something? Looks very, very interesting. That's a nice fire-like texture there. This one looks very nice as well. Again, a little bit too much metal edgeware everywhere. You gotta be careful with that one. But in general, that's a nice asset. I think you nailed it. But we gotta see wireframes. We gotta see wireframes. Otherwise, it's very difficult to evaluate. I really like this one. Again, like a Pokemon thing. Looks nice. Oh, okay, we have a wireframe. Oh, you're gonna be put on the spot, man. We're gonna know whether or not you know your stuff. There you go. There you go. You do know your stuff. Awesome. Yeah. A lot of these things you can simplify even more. Like, you can see that we have a couple of bevels there. You don't need those, especially the inner bevels. You definitely don't need those, and it's gonna save you a couple more triangles. Because even though it looks very clean, we're at 31,000, so that's still a little bit high. It's expected for this kind of stuff. Like it's not again, I'm not surprised by it, but we could definitely like simplify it a little bit more. There we go. Oh, this one looks nice. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, so I mean, at this point, you have a really good like understanding of the character pipeline. This one I don't love. Like he looks very creepy on the face, like very Uncanny Valley-esque. But if you want to do hair, you gotta start doing hair. Action is the one that everyone uses, or most people use. You can also try learning Ordinatrix or Yeti. Any of those like hair systems are similar to Action, and they will give you good results. But you already have a really good understanding of like the character creation pipeline, man. So that's pretty nice. My advice is use some of the characters. Like for instance, this character, you could use the head as an exercise and try to add like some action curves. Nowadays, games can run with action curves as well. Well, not action curves, but they can run with curves. So you could potentially like mix and match your stuff because this is good level, man. Train Well, Tyrar. Is that like an app? I'll have to check it out. Anton, you can do that on the Discord, man. Like, submissions are closed for today, but you can do for next month, okay? Romanite says, Ronnie T says, been watching a lot of your YouTube tutorials. You're really great at explaining how to do things as well as the theory behind doing them too. Keep it up. Thanks you, man. Thank you. Yeah. I really enjoy teaching. It's one of the things that I enjoy the most, so that's what I like doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, oh, almost there, guys. Almost there. The thing is, I didn't have a breakfast, so I'm really hungry. I'm not gonna rush, but I want to finish so that I can go and eat some lunch. Let's see.